Coming up on Fulton Today, Fulton commissioners map out strategies for the largest county in the state. We'll have the report. And new engines can now be purchased for the fire department. We'll tell you where they are headed. Fulton Today starts right now. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Fulton commissioners gather for more than 5 hours to try to come up with a strategic plan for the county. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega attended some of the session and she has the report. Priscilla?
Shania, by all accounts, the first strategy session with this new Board of Commissioners was well received. With new members on the commission and a new county manager, there was a lot to discuss.
Our advice would be don't try to overreach.
In close quarters in a Georgia Tech conference room, 6 of the 7 commissioners sat at tables, highly engaged in the day's mission. 2 world-class firms, KPMG and Accenture, facilitated the strategy session and provided insight on how Fulton County government could possibly be more effective and efficient.
The commissioners were here energetic, open-minded, innovative, and more importantly, I think we've come together in terms of consensus, in terms of being collegial about trying to make our county government the best that it possibly can be.
KPMG prioritized 10 key focus areas for the county to focus on its initial efforts. Some included filling key administrative positions, implementing its centralization plan, and designing comprehensive performance measures, just to name a few. The facilitators informed the board members that during its assessment, KPMG had identified $54 million in potential savings for the county.
What was really great was that we had so much agreement. Even though we represent diverse areas of Fulton County, a really large county, we basically agreed on so many things today about the needed services for our county. So I was very encouraged by that.
Commissioners agreed on the operating principles going forward, a plan that moves from performance-oriented to control-oriented.
There was a lot of synergy between the Board of Commissioners, and we really looked at concrete ideas and strategies to implement in the future. So it was really a great session.
The strategies laid out during the session are in line with the county manager's first in 3 vision of impact, service, and efficiency. It is now the county's manager's responsibility to carry out the strategies with his leadership team. Shania, the county manager has even reviewed this plan with the county's top executives. He's even hosted a county-wide presentation online to help the workforce understand some of the plan. Now the county manager and the Board of Commission believes that this will be a path forward for the county and ultimately the people it serves. Reporting at the Fulton County Government Center, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Meanwhile, Fulton leaders make good on a promise to invest in the safety of its residents. The Board of Commissioners approved over $1.2 million for the lease purchase of 3 fleet vehicles for the Fulton County Fire Department.
And that motion passes 5 yeas, 0 nays.
Fire Chief Larry Few calls the purchases a big step towards improved safety in South Fulton County.
They are a special brand. The color variations in these are unmistakably Fulton County. They are have the classical red color and platinum top. They come with up-to-date electronics and carrying capacities. We've engineered these trucks and have them situated to specifically meet our needs. We are first responders, so on board they have specialized cabinets for emergency medical equipment, and they meet all of the Environmental Protection Division's exhaust emission standards. So these are top-of-the-line vehicles.
That improvement is not just limited to the fire department. The Board of Commissioners also approved the lease purchase of 10 police pursuit vehicles and 4 parks and recreation vehicles. Now, here's a first for the county and the U.S. State Department. The county's Office of the Public Defender has been selected to train legal professionals in foreign countries on indigent defense. Vernon Pitts is Fulton's public defender. Sir, good to see you again.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
All right, first things first, let me read my notes. Tell us about the Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs.
We received a call from representatives from INL, and they had already formed partnerships with judges and prosecutors, and they needed defense lawyers who could also provide services, training services, consultation, and other services to various countries that requested assistance in helping to improve their justice system.
And so how did Fulton County's Public Defender's Office get selected?
First of all, what we'll have to do is to develop a training curricula, and then we will be called on to travel to various countries to provide technical assistance to the criminal defense and indigent defense bar in that country. And we will act as consultants, where we will go on trips that would last anywhere from a day or two, where we would be speakers, or we might be there for 2 or 3 weeks providing technical assistance and training to the attorneys in that country.
And sir, is this an ongoing type of a program?
It will be an ongoing program. At the end of a part of the program, we'll have to draft a summary of what we've done, what we've accomplished, and we'll also do a report for the Board of Commissioners to let them know what it is that we have provided for the State Department and for the United States.
And finally, speak to the importance of being selected for something like this by the U.S. State Department.
I think it provides recognition for us that we do a great job in representing our clients, that we have the knowledge and expertise not only to represent our clients here, but also to work with other defense offices and justice system representatives from around the country and from around the world. I think it's a great compliment to what we do here in Fulton County.
Vernon Pitts, always great information, sir. Again, good to see you. Thank you for your time.
Thanks again for having me.
A group of visitors from Eastern Europe are taken to the Fulton County Jail. The Fulton County Chief Jailer welcomed the group during a briefing at the facility's conference room. It was then on to a tour of the county jail. The tour included stops in the jail's intake area, inmate housing, medical area, and the kitchen. The group is a part of a congressional exchange program called Open World and hosted by a local organization called Georgia to Georgia. Their focus, governance, social issues, and the rule of law.
There are a lot of professionals in country of Georgia from where we come who are interested how the system works here on the topic of rule of law, as we are here abroad for the topic of rule of law. And this is a great opportunity for us to see how system works and how people operate in different fields, because they will try to take this experience back to their country and use it and kind of implement good reforms, say democratic reforms. So that's very important.
In the Fulton County Jail, of course, it was fascinating to see how the inmates are being taken care of, so how the people or the staff of the jail really takes care of the inmates, and of course the facility itself and all the possibilities they've got, the inmates, to realize. The most important thing was that the institution is oriented on the return of these people, of the inmates, to the society.
The Open World program focuses on establishing relationships with Eastern European countries while showcasing U.S. values and institutions. Well, it was all about tax matters for students attending the third week of class at the Fulton County Citizen University. Tax Commissioner Arthur Ferdinand briefed the students about his duties and responsibilities. The Tax Commissioner's office sends out 360,000 tax bills each year. Dr. Ferdinand explained to the students that his office uses information from the tax assessor's office to calculate the bills.
One notable thing that I learned that was the difference between the tax commissioner versus the tax assessor. More specifically, learning of the specific role of the tax commissioner and how his department contributes to the overall growth and development of Fulton County.
It was information many students found invaluable.
I plan on taking it back to my community. I'm very interested in tax lien certificates or like developing my community, helping the community I live in.
Next week, students learn more about county programs and services related to the health department. And still to come, freedom riders from the civil rights movement make a stop in Fulton County. It's a part of our district by district coverage next. A group of civil rights icons make a stop at the Fulton County Government Center, and North Fulton seniors are invited to attend a town hall meeting. Here's this week's district by district coverage. We begin with Chairman John Eves as he honors the achievements of the historic Freedom Riders. The at-large commissioner hosted Mr. Hank Thomas and other members of the Freedom Riders at the Fulton County Government Center. The civil rights icons challenged segregation in the South by boarding buses and traveling through the heart of the Deep South by using lunch counters and bathrooms that were marked for white-only customers.
54 years after the Freedom Rider, we're still standing upright. So that's the most important thing. So, and I am and we are flattered with both the attention and the honor that is given us. We did something to help change the character of this country.
Board of Commissioners of Fulton County recognizes the courageous efforts of the Freedom Riders that highlighted the injustices of segregation in the United States, applauds and does hereby proclaim today, Friday, April the 17th, 2015, as Freedom Riders Appreciation Day in Fulton County, Georgia. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your courage and your bravery.
Dozens of Freedom Riders from all over the United States recently gathered in Atlanta for a reunion and remembrance of their unique place in history. District 2 Commissioner Bob Ellis invites the public to a town hall meeting next week. Chairman John Eves will join the North Fulton representative as his special guest. The town hall meeting will be on Thursday, May 7th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Milton City Hall.
One of the things that I found that was most enjoyable as I was campaigning was just the opportunity to engage with folks one-on-one. You know, it's one thing to communicate with folks via email, but really for the opportunity for one-on-one dialogue, that's really when you get a chance to have a good information exchange. And I find that for me, that's the kind of thing that helps me govern better. That's the kind of thing that helps us really ultimately have a better government and better service ultimately to all our citizens.
For more information about the town hall meeting, contact the District 2 office. In District 4, Commissioner Joan Garner takes a tour of the Adamsville Regional Health Center. Top staff on the health services team greeted the commissioner and provided her with pertinent facts about the facility.
This is a very welcoming space. We have beautiful art in this space. The staff is very attentive and very professional. It's welcoming. The colors are great. And so when I walked into this space, it was like me walking into my own private doctor's office.
The Adamsville Regional Health Center was transformed a few years ago to the health campus that it is today. We'll take a look at the facility more in depth later in the show. District 5 Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. is tapped by the governor to serve on the McPherson Implementing Local Redevelopment Authority. The purpose of the authority is to direct the redevelopment of the 488-acre site at the former Fort McPherson property and to create jobs and promote economic development.
It's a great economic development tool for Fulton County. And I believe that there also will be a mixed-use retail development. So there will be some space reserved for mixed use and retail. So the county and the community will also still be able to be involved in that redevelopment.
The McPherson Implementing Local Redevelopment Authority was established by the state and is recognized by the Secretary of Defense as the entity responsible for redeveloping and implementing approved plans for the former Fort McPherson. And finally, in District 6, South Fulton residents do some spring cleaning with the help of Fulton's free dumping services. Citizens brought unwanted items from their homes to 3 locations in unincorporated South Fulton to discard at no price. It was all a part of the bulky trash and secure shredding day that the county holds each quarter.
I come out here to Burke Road maybe once a year in the summertime. I collect all my stuff. I had old batteries today. I collect everything. I just believe in saving the environment.
I love that they do this. It's really a great thing for the community, especially when you don't know what to do with old items. It prevents a lot of dumping for the community, so I think it's great. I enjoy it.
One of the greatest challenges facing the Mighty Six is in the area of environmental aesthetics. We must remove the trash. We must clean up. This is what we have been told as we have moved from one end of this district to the other.
Bulky trash and secure shredding day was held at the Merck Transfer Station, Creel Park, and the South Fulton Service Center. The services at the Merck Station are available every week. And when we come back, seniors make a run to good health. We'll explain. More now on a story we shared with you earlier. Some of the county's top leaders met recently at the Adamsville Regional Health Center to see firsthand some of the services offered at the facility. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has our story.
Commissioners, you know this is social determinants in action.
That's right. It's a one-stop shop for residents who need health and human services.
There's lots of services here, and that is the point, to have as many services as we could under one roof.
When you walk through the doors of the Adamsville Regional Health Center, the building and artwork immediately signal the facility is ahead of the game.
This building does not look like your regular, or what people think of as your regular public health clinic. And that was by design. We wanted to be respectful of folks no matter their income.
It is one of the first health centers to offer dental, primary care, STI testing, WIC services, and a community garden. There are also a bevy of human services like assistance with housing and employment help with workforce development.
Fulton County has been recognized nationally as being ahead of the game. And so when you're ahead of the game, you don't always do everything right, but it's about moving forward. And I think that, you know, in 10 or 20 years, everybody else will catch up with us on this.
The health center also offers a free drop-in daycare for clients who are receiving services there.
Some of our agencies don't allow children in the area, like workforce development, so that would be a barrier. So what CDA does is they'll keep the children for up to 4 hours for free.
Some 36,000 people a year receive services at the Adamsville Regional Health Center. For more information, you can call 404-613-4215. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thanks, Lynn. Meanwhile, Fulton's environmental health team is preparing for a very busy spring and summer season. As the weather heats up, environmental health workers protect residents from the West Nile virus by larviciding. They also regulate food vendors at outdoor events and swimming pools.
The spring and summer, we want to get all the seasonal pools opened up correctly, make sure they're in compliance. With that also, we need to do routine follow-up inspections of not only the seasonal pools, but also the year-round pools.
There are more than 1,400 public swimming pools in the county. All but the home pools are routinely inspected and require an annual permit. Seniors learn they're never too old to run a 10K. During the Fitness How-To series at the Helene S. Mills Multipurpose Facility, seniors learn how to improve their strength. Trainers showed them how to work their upper body and become a safe 5K and 10K runner.
Well, what we're showing them is just taking one step at a time. We're showing them how to at least get to a quarter of a mile, and then from there going to a half a mile, and then up to a mile, and continue on.
Okay, the classes helped me. Number one, when I first came here, I was on medication for my back and for my knees. And since I've been on this class, I hadn't took any medication for my knees or my back in about 6 months.
Seniors were also taught how exercise trains their minds and improves memory. According to a study at Harvard Medical School, physical activity can help keep your brain fit and fend off memory loss. To learn more about what senior exercise programs are available in the county, you can call the Star line at 404-613-6000. And still to come on Fulton Today, a look at a Georgia folk artist. Stay with us. Well, families are taking advantage of the beginner's clinic at the Tom Lowe Trap and Skeet Range. The clinics help novice shooters learn about safety and techniques of shooting. Residents can buy or rent equipment from the Trap and Skeet Range and get tips from trained and accomplished skeet shooters.
As far as for age limits, it's based on whether they're physically strong enough to hold up a gun. We suggest parental supervision if they bring their 12-year-olds in here. We do have adult supervision, so it is legal for them to shoot without their parents being here, just like a Boy Scout camp has a rifle range and their parents don't have to be with them.
About 30,000 people visit the Tom Lowe Trap and Skeet Range each year. Revenues from the facility cover the operational costs, so no county tax dollars fund the facility. The range opened in the 1970s and was named in 1998 after the longest-serving commissioner, the late Tom Lowe. For more information, you can call 404-346-8382. And finally, adults learn all about a Georgia folk artist and then learn how to draw themselves. The Kirkwood Branch Library hosted the Nellie Mae Rowe Playhouse event with more than a dozen seniors. The instructor explained how Rowe used her Vinings home as her first canvas and decorated it with her artwork. The instructor then had the group make their own drawings to help alleviate stress.
Studies have shown that it alleviates depression, it helps invigorate us, it gets us those creative juices flowing so that we think of possibilities, different solutions to problems, and in the most unlikely way. You draw something or you just doodle or as you think it, and it makes you feel happier than just keeping something inside of you.
The seniors then had a chance to explain their artwork to the rest of the group. For more information on events just like this, you can go to afpls.org. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook, and of course, watch us anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.